Please help me welcome Ms. Jo Anne Hill.
Hello, Columbus State University Cougars. That is applause worthy. Any Columbus State Cougars in the house? I am grateful to be here and to be a part of your celebration. The key word for me today is celebration. Indeed, I came to celebrate you. I want to particularly thank our president, Dr. Chris Markwood, not only for his vision and his leadership, and of course, for the invitation for me to speak today. I am indeed honored and I am humbled to be here. I also want to thank the Board of Trustees for their leadership and their role in helping this institution to become one of the nation's most respected institutions of higher education. Indeed, I also want to thank the faculty and the staff and everyone who works each and every day to make Columbus State University what it is. Can we give all of them a round of applause? Now, as I aforementioned, this is a celebration, and I believe that when we say celebrate, we truly ought to celebrate. I just mentioned that this is one of the nation's leading institutions. I mentioned that your president has a vision of leadership for diversity. Your board of trustees is working, and this is a great faculty. Can you help me celebrate all of the people that I mentioned? Now, Columbus State University, that is what I'm talking about. I feel at home right now. And to our honorees, Columbus State University's graduating class of 2016, my, you have done it. You have made it to graduation day. Now, while some of you may look at this celebration and think that it marks the end of something, I have come to tell you that tonight is the celebration and the beginning of something big. This is the day that you have been working so hard for. So to the audience, I would like every person in this Civic Center to join me in applause to show our future leaders, corporate executives, business owners, educators, public servants, medical professionals, legal professionals, inventors, discoverers of the next thing, our future mayor, our future governor, the next president of these United States of America, the game changers. The game changers, we celebrate you. Now, I cannot tell you exactly what it is that you're going to do, but I know one thing. It will be spectacular, amazing, stupendous, and I'm so thankful that I'm here to see it from the start. To you, the graduates of 2016, we have been waiting for you. Serving as the Director of Diversity for Aflac has allowed me to see and better appreciate that great companies, great teams, great governments, great institutions of higher learning, and even great families function best when there's an appreciation for the importance of individual awareness and personal responsibility. Does anybody feel great in the house tonight? Does anybody feel great in the house tonight? You see, in this global economy, we find ourselves, the benefits of diversity have never been more apparent than they are today. But when you look at the most successful companies, Fortune 500 or even Fortune 100, and let me note that under the leadership and the vision of my CEO, Dan Amos, Columbus's Aflac is currently ranked number 135 on the top Fortune 100 list. But when I look at these companies, what I see is one common characteristic. There is a commitment to diversity. We are dynamic because of our differences. So as you leave here today, I encourage you to be the best you that you can be. Embrace your uniqueness. Embrace your uniqueness. In 2017 corporate America, government, the world is looking for diversity. Now, when we talk about diversity, it's very important that we understand what we mean. The definition is bifurcated. On one level, we're talking about inherent diversity, which includes those things we have no control. Things such as our race, our ethnicity, our gender, our sexual orientation. On the second level, we have acquired diversity. Things that we become associated with through our experiences, our political views, our religious affiliations, our ethos, our pathos, our logos, the way we dress, how we live, our likes or dislikes. I like to describe these as the way we define ourselves. Each of you is different. Celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate it. Now, one of the vogue words that's moving through this global era that you will hear often is innovation. Innovation does not happen without diversity. I'm going to say that again. Innovation does not happen without diversity. The world is looking for something new. The next Apple, the next Google, the next Facebook. We are waiting for those who can take us to the next level. That is why the world has been waiting for each of you. For most, gone are the days when you will be evaluated on what you know alone. You will now be evaluated on what you can do and how you change the game. Now, let me be the first among you to tell you that the stakes are high. But I'm going to tell you right now, Jo Anne Hill, I'm counting on you to change the conversation. I'm counting on you to change the makeup of the room. We are counting on you to change the game. And by changing the game, you change the world. Does anybody want to change the world today? As game changer people, you will be expected to make a positive difference in the world. Oh, I have no doubt that you are ready for the world. Matter of fact, the question I have is the world ready for you? Because, see, I met Candace earlier. I met Lisa earlier. I met Shakayla earlier. And I'm wondering, is the world ready for what Columbus State University is about to release today? Let me share a few points for your consideration. We're talking about game changers. To be game changers, you must be a dreamer. Allow yourself to think beyond the social constructs, the proverbial paradigms. Challenge the status quo. Be willing to accept, make sure you do not accept the current conditions. The belief that nothing is impossible should be a staple that you carry with you wherever you go. I said the belief that nothing is impossible should be a staple that you carry with you wherever you go. As game changers, regardless of how good things appear to be, how good they feel, how many people are willing to accept things the way they are, you know things can be better. You know we deserve better. You know we can do better. You will dream of ways to be more efficient, more effective, more innovative. Every product or service we have is the result of someone's dream. As game changers, you possess the mental liberation and dexterity to redefine the paradigms in which we exist, to dream the impossible, to see the future and realize the invisible. Game changers are courageous. In spite of their fear, game changers will charge ahead for the good of the whole. Game changers possess a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset, and they understand they must avoid their comfort zone. Game changers will persevere. Unwilling to take no for an answer, you must be relentless. As game changers, you are relentless. And when others are ready to quit, Throw in the towel. Game changers will push. You will push yourself and your limits. Your energy is contagious. I'm looking for some contagious energy in the house today. And because you are contagious, you will continue to work through the blood, through the sweat, and the tears, and you will inspire others to do the same. Game changers. Now, many of you are very familiar with the product WD-40. What you may not realize is, why do we call it WD-40 as opposed to WD-4? I'm so glad you asked. The 40 represents how many formulas they had to create before they created the one we purchase in the stores today. 39 times they were knocked down. On the 40th, they rose. Game changers are doers, people of action. Talk is cheap. People will not care how much you know until they know how much you care, and you show them that you care through your actions. As a game changer, you are motivated to chase your dreams because you want it. You're not stuck in some survival mode where you exist solely to satisfy your needs. Allow yourself to chase the biggest and the boldest desires and wants that you have. Game changers are people who get up and go. You are the elite few who will defy the grain, beat the odds, and take action. Now, I'm sure that there are many game changers here in the house today. I asked some of you to raise your hand, and some of you did not. But I want to say this, that I believe in this room that there are some relatives, friends, or university personnel who said or did something that perhaps changed your life, perhaps offered a strategy for graduating when you thought you may have to drop out. Perhaps it changed your perspective, and one day you said, maybe I'm not college material, but someone said, you are, and you pressed on. Oh yes, I believe there are quite a few game changers in here today. So to the class of 2016, I want you to know that no matter how you start, where you start, or when you start, you will be measured on the impact you have on the game. Not everyone is a game changer, but everyone can be. I challenge you to commit to being a game changer. The world needs you. Now I want to share a personal story with you. I assume that some of you are from the Columbus area and that perhaps you played in some local sports league. Well, when my son was 12, he played for the Cubs in the Peach Little League. Does anybody know anything about Peach Little League? Peach Little League is over there in Lake Bottom. Well, I've got to be honest, the Cubs were terrible. Is anyone familiar with the movie, The Bad News Bears? Do you know that movie? Well, that was the Cubs in Peach Little League when my son was 12, which was 11 years ago. Well, we got down to the end of this horrible, horrible season, and the Cubs were playing the #1 team, the Foxes. My first thought was, let's just get through this so I can go home. That's how moms think. But my second thought was, wow, these kids need some encouragement. But I thought, I'm not a coach. I'm not an athlete. What can I say? I came up with 5 simple words. Now, I know I annoyed the heck out of everyone, including my son, but every time he came up to bat, I yelled these 5 simple words. Brandon, you can do it! And then I started to yell out the same encouragement to every player on the Cubs team. Justin, you can do it! Robert, you can do it! John, you can do it! Matthew, you can do it! And on and on and on, not only encouraging my son, but encouraging the next person's son and the next person's son over and over again. Well, you know what they say, that you can say something that changes a person's life. One person got a hit, another person got a hit, and little by little, the team's posture started to change. All of a sudden, those boys who were bent over, who did not think that they could started to be a little bit more erect in their stance. Their stance changed. Their position on their face changed over and over and over again. And darn it, the Cubs beat the Foxes that night. Oh, and guess what? In addition to a lot of the exasperated looks from people who were irritated by my overenthusiasm, including my son Brandon, who is sitting in the crowd tonight, I was awarded the game ball. Now, in case you don't understand what that means, the game ball is awarded to the most valuable player. The person who said the 5 simple words, "You can do it," was awarded the game ball. What are you trying to say? The Cubs ended the season on a high note, and the next year we went on to win Columbus, Georgia's city championship. Why? Why? Because the bottom line is, it does not matter where you start. It does not matter, but each and every one of you has the power to change the game. The power started on day one. So as I prepare to take my seat and to take my game ball with me, I just wonder if there is someone in Columbus State University's graduating class of 2016 who truly wants to stand up and take the game ball. The question is, the world is waiting on you to change the room. I say to you, Columbus State University, you can do it. CSU's class of 2016, the world is waiting on you to change the conversations. I know it will not be easy, but I say to you, you can do it. CSU class of 2016, the world is waiting on something new, something exciting, somebody who's not afraid to stand up and say, let me be the game changer. Let me be the spark. And I say to you, you can do it. And finally, class of 2016, we have filled this place today because we have great expectations for better lives, better communities, a better nation, a better world, and I believe we can get there. Family, friends, faculty, will you help me say this? CSU 2016 graduating class, you can do it. If you believe you can do it, touch your neighbor and say, I believe I can do it. I believe I can do it. I am the game changer that the world has been looking for. To the class of 2016, be the game changer that the world is waiting for. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's graduation day. I celebrate you. You can do it. Thank you.